I see it as a problem simply because there's a mix between what is a privilege and what is a right. Wearing pants and clothes in a certain way is not a right, it's a privilege. And we as a community have to have certain community standards that have to be met now. What those standards are is yet to be determined as far as I'm concerned, but we need one. And showing your underwear to 80-year-old ladies who grew up in another world, a whole nother world, to try to force them to accept your standards is a bit unnerving in my position. My position is that the people who have vested more in the community have more of a right to say what the community standard is over and above what people think they ought to be able to do as a privilege. I think people who own homes and have invested and bought, pay their taxes and do those things in the community have a more vested right to say what the community standard is, and whether that's you need to pull your pants up or at least not show your underwear, because I think when you show your underwear, that's indecent exposure, which should be sanctioned. We should. Yes, I do think that the police will have more inroads to harass youth and children, but in some instances the children don't have standards or parameters that they're out of control. Just about every time they get into any group, there's always an issue. Somebody wants to fight, some gang against the other gang, some person against the other person. When we got together, it wasn't like that. We had our own differences, sure. We had our own rites of passage. We had our cultural rebellion, but it wasn't to this. We always had a baseline standard. We knew how far to go. We knew not to disrespect grandmama and my uncles and fathers and people around the community. But the young folks now, they don't know that, how to respect the people who are carrying the community. So we need to do something to bring that respect back so that we can have community. We need to work with individuals to bring them up to understand what it is to be a part of the community and that responsibility to be a part of that community. We need to talk to the community and so that we can get a better understanding of what the youth are going through. So there's a big need to fill that communication gap between the generation who has a vested interest in the community and the youth. Okay. My name is Samuel Mosteller. I'm the president of SCLC for the state of Georgia, and I thank you for this opportunity.